how Samantha Irvin became the voice of the WWE. Now, one thing I have to say, growing up watching wrestling, announcers never really stood out to me because sometimes it sounds a little flat. But I can say that coming back to watching, her voice definitely stood out for me. It's so the way that she announces who's coming out is so strong and powerful. You could tell like that girl has to have a lot of tea and honey at home because she goes really, really, really like deep into like delivering, you know, who's coming out. But let's watch this video. She also has like different styles too, how she announces, like with Gunther. Like, I love that.
That's a very good introduction, right?
It's not flat.
It adds to the presentation, definitely. I think in general, she does a great job.
Samantha Irvin, she's been getting a lot of props on social media recently.
She's good, man.
Even from Michael Buffer said that she helped make those moments feel more special.
I'll tell you, man,
she a beast.
Is really, really good.
Samantha Irvin is the greatest ring announcer of all time. I don't care what anyone says.
Samantha Irvin has become one of the biggest names and voices in the WWE due to her recognizable work and incredible dedication to the craft.
Too.
But how exactly did she become a ringside superstar in the company? Let's take a look at her journey as the new voice of the WWE.
Oh, she was so emotional this night. It was an emotional moment, but you could just tell like she was so proud and happy.
The ringside announcers at the WWE are some of the most overlooked personalities in the business, even though they're one of the most important parts.
Yeah.
What makes wrestling fun? There are a few names who come to mind when you think about memorable ringside announcers. OGs remember Howard Finkel, widely regarded as the greatest of all time. But you can't forget Lillian Garcia. She's right up there with Fink as one of the all-time great announcers. And now you have Samantha Irvin, who has been making a name for herself as a ring announcer on Raw. Many fans remember her time on NXT and 205 Live. She quickly rose to the main roster, becoming the voice of SmackDown before moving on to Raw. You can easily spot Samantha's distinct announcing style. She is always filled with energy, and she is enthusiastic about her job. Not only does she know the superstar's details, but she also makes sure to fit her voice tone and accent to every wrestler's gimmick. On top of that, she shows passion and dedication that we hardly see from WWE personnel besides the ones that wrestle. And of course, it also helps that she's easy on the eyes. Please don't beat me up, Ricochet. But Samantha Irvin had a long journey before she got to this place in the company. One of her first TV appearances was in 2015 on America's Got Talent. Back then, she was known as Samantha Johnson.
I don't know if I should have
sang
said
a
that.
beautiful rendition of Lay Me Down by Sam Smith in front of recognizable names
She
in
could
entertainment,
sing.
including Heidi Klum and Neil Patrick Harris. Even though she was impressive in her quest to become a singer, Samantha didn't get far in America's Got Talent. Afterwards, she tried to advance her singing career by trying out in American Idol. But like her quest in America's Got Talent, she didn't get far in that contest as well. But there was one thing that was clear. Her place was on the spotlight. She had a unique stage presence.
So she's
and
really
visual appeal,
talented.
and she was a star. Samantha eventually landed a career as a performer in Cirque du Soleil and Vegas the Show in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, the pandemic derailed her career as a performer. Just like most of us, she spent a lot of her time online,
Pandemic
interacting with WWE personnel.
It's fucked up
Because of her love for the
everybody.
industry. Samantha was always a big wrestling fan, and at the young age of 3 years old, she went to WrestleMania 14. Her favorite superstar back then was Stone Cold Steve Austin, and her parents gave her a free pass to say hell yeah for one night. Man, what a rebel. Luckily,
she
her
has
social
great
media presence
taste.
and podcast appearances caught the eye of Mark Henry during the pandemic, who at the time was still with the company.
Mark Henry
so Mark Henry set
again.
Samantha up for a tryout. This wasn't a singing competition. Instead,
Mark is the freaking GOAT. First I found out that he spotted out Bianca and got her in the game. And now he got Samantha. Bro, Mark Henry's the GOAT.
she was trying out as an in-ring competitor. During an interview with the New York Post,
He knows talent.
Samantha recalled her experience with the WWE Performance Center. It was me and a bunch of college athletes. They were all like 5 to 10 years younger than me, and they were all like super strong athletic girls. Back then, she was an aspiring musician. She had little to no athletic background, and she wasn't really the strongest woman around. Therefore, it was impossible
Oh
for
my
her to
gosh,
stand out as a wrestler.
she's so talented.
Fortunately, WWE liked her voice and energy, giving her a job as an
She's
in-ring
meant to
announcer
be a
for
star.
205 Live and NXT in 2021. This was a massive change in her life, because she had to move from Nevada to Florida in the WWE Performance Center during the pandemic. Of course, there was uncertainty in the air, but Samantha had to pursue her dream, because she was always a massive wrestling fan. At the start, she doubted herself, because this was one of the biggest decisions she had ever made. But she followed her gut, and she gave her best to her new job. And she got some words of encouragement from the greats. Mark Henry told her to listen to Fink, and some of the best ring announcers in wrestling history. Meanwhile, Michael Cole told her to just go for it, and do what she does best, because she was allowed to be herself with the microphone. On top of that, she also believed that Vince McMahon liked what she was doing, because he never yelled at her, or told her to change her style. It wasn't long before the higher-ups recognized her body of work, and extreme dedication to the business. By 2022, Samantha was called up for the main roster, announcing on the Royal Rumble, as she was set to become the new ringside announcer of Friday Night SmackDown. A few months later, she split time with Raw's Mike Rome on WrestleMania 38. So even though she wasn't able to become an in-ring wrestler, Samantha was now on the biggest stage of wrestling, sharing her voice with the world. On SmackDown, Samantha became one of the most recognizable voices in the industry. She became renowned for her unique energy and enthusiasm when announcing the WWE superstars. On SmackDown, she developed a charismatic way of announcing the Bloodline members, and she was able to give Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa a more fearsome reputation as the most dominant stable in the industry. Unlike most announcers who just come in and say the names and details of each wrestler, Samantha showed legitimate love for what she was doing, and she actually enjoyed announcing. After all, she was a lifelong wrestling fan, so for her that was her dream job. She spent more than a year on SmackDown before getting moved to Raw, the company's flagship show. She made her debut on Raw in May of last year, and she brought that same energy she had on SmackDown. On Raw, she only got better, and she made sure that her announcing style fit each wrestler's gimmicks. One of her most memorable announcements involves the members of Imperium, composed of Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. Because they're all European, Samantha would adjust her tone and accent to better fit their nationalities. The way she announces Gunther has an aura of terror.
I can't remember which one it is.
And when announcing Giovanni Vinci as Italian,
I can't remember.
Not only does she change her accent, she does the Italian hand gesture as well, even though the cameras don't show it. Gunther, the leader of Imperium, has said that he loves Samantha's style, because it adds depth and character to the group. She sets the tone for Imperium, allowing them to stick to their gimmicks as traditional European wrestlers. Samantha even had a share of the limelight during a feud between Logan Paul and Ricochet, her real-life partner. Logan gives Samantha more TV time by including her in the feud, saying that she would be announcing Logan as the winner, and not Ricochet. But Samantha remained professional in the feud. She never broke character, even when she was announcing Logan Paul as the winner, after he won the match at SummerSlam. As her career on the main roster progressed, Samantha got even better, and had a unique announcing style for Chelsea Green.
Chelsea! I think I was thinking about Chelsea.
Most of the time,
I hate
Samantha
that one.
uses a strong and serious tone for most wrestlers, regardless of their gender. She adds a few touches here and there, especially for the Bloodline and Imperium, but for the most part she uses the same voice. But Samantha completely changed her approach for Chelsea Green. Chelsea's gimmick is that of a Karen, a self-entitled woman who always wants to get her way.
And that's probably why that one irritates me the most, because it's Chelsea. So it's like, no, but I feel like she does that too with Imperium. He said that, but I just can't remember which one. But yeah, the Chelsea Green one.
Everything about Chelsea is over the top, including her stylish and super girly gear. That's why when she's announcing Chelsea, Samantha completely changes her tone.
Yeah.
Samantha totally changes her tone, giving it an over-the-top cheerleader vibe.
Yeah.
And the complete opposite of her usual serious tone. And it's super noticeable.
Yeah.
Because the way she announces Piper Niven, her tag team partner, is completely different. Chelsea Green has said she had no idea that Samantha would announce her that way. But obviously she loves it, because it gives her character an extra special
That's dope
vibe
though. I love
fans
that.
can latch onto. Chelsea explained that fans often try to find a way to latch onto their favorite wrestlers. For example, the way fans sing along to Rollins' theme song. While he acts as the conductor. Meanwhile, for Roman Reigns, fans put their fingers to the sky because it's synonymous with Roman and the Bloodline. So in Chelsea Green's case, fans can latch on to Samantha's unique way of announcing her. And the best part about it? Samantha made the call on the fly. No one told her to do it. Of course, last year, Samantha stopped doing this for a while. because one of the higher-ups in the company didn't like it. In a statement, Chelsea Green said, "I don't know fully where that came from, but I do know Samantha was told not to say it. But that only lasted like 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh,
My gut tells me that
stop.
someone high up thought, let's not make a big scene over all of the entrances." But after Vince McMahon and his allies left, and Paul Levesque was now in charge, Samantha was allowed to do her thing, giving
Yeah,
life and
bro.
character to the gimmicks. The best part of her announcing style are the raw emotions that she loves showing, and she reached superstardom as an announcer, when WWE gave her a full-time job of announcing every match in the 2-night WrestleMania 40 event. Like most people in the company, Samantha doesn't know the outcomes. Michael Cole, for example, once said that he prefers to not know, so he can be more sincere. Same thing goes for ring announcers. During her WrestleMania announcements, Samantha showed genuine energy and emotions. When Sami Zayn became the new IC champion, she couldn't hide her joy when announcing. Then when she was announcing the Night 1 main event, the tag team match between Cody and Seth versus Roman and The Rock, Michael Cole couldn't hide his admiration for Samantha's skills, saying on live TV that she's super good at what she does. On the main event of Night 2, she had the best seat in the house, when Cody defeated Roman Reigns and became the undisputed champion. In one of the best matches of all time, Samantha was overwhelmed with emotions, and she was in tears when Cody finished the story. When she was announcing Cody as the new champion, her voice could be heard cracking. Michael Buffer, who's the greatest ring announcer in any sport, couldn't help but tweet how Samantha Irvin owned WrestleMania as an announcer. But what makes her so special and unique? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is her passion. At her core, she's a wrestling fan, and she's been a fan her entire life, even though other announcers see it as a job. Samantha truly loves it. She vibes with the
That's
wrestlers
what's up.
and enjoys every moment of her job. When she's out there doing her thing, Samantha's living her dream. What separates her from other announcers is the fact that she's emotionally invested in the wrestlers and the match results. She humanizes the industry.
I love
and
that.
shows how something
That's
as
what makes
simple
it
as being
better
a ring
too.
announcer can connect fans with their favorite wrestlers while elevating their status. Lillian Garcia, who for most 90s and 2000s fans is the greatest of all time, can see just how passionate Samantha is about what she does. For example, the genuine joy she showed when Sami and Cody won their matches allowed fans to connect to them through Samantha's emotions. Sure, all she does is announce the superstars' names before and after matches, but the emotional way she does it is a reflection of what most passionate fans feel when watching it live, whether it's on TV or in person. In a way, Samantha is all of us, because she's genuinely enthusiastic about her role in the business. Some fans may prefer the somewhat robotic way that some announcers use, but let's not forget, there should always be a human aspect in the business,
Yeah.
because everyone we see in the ring is a human putting their body on the line. And Samantha adds that through her unique style and genuine love for the industry, because she knows the kind of hard work that superstars put themselves through on a daily basis to excel at what they do. In a way, Samantha's passion is a reflection of the wrestler's passion as well. And of course, it helps that her boyfriend is a wrestler. But the main reason she's so good at what she does is that before she's an announcer, she's a fan. After all, it's hard
Exactly.
to
I was
excel
gonna
at what
say
you do
that.
if you don't love it. Samantha's rise as the new voice of the company is just getting started. She's not up there with Fink and Lillian yet, but she'll get there. But the same way we equate Fink with the Golden Era, and Lillian with the Attitude Era, Samantha will likely go down as the most recognizable voice of the current era. But even though she might have the most recognizable voice, one of the most recognizable faces of the current era would have to be the ring general Gunther. Check out this video to find out more.
Yeah,
about his-
her doing like unique announcements or whatever definitely shows that she studies. Well, for one, that she is a fan, a big fan, and she grew up loving it, and that she studies these wrestlers. Like she gives, unique vocal tones or whatever for different wrestlers, and that adds, character to the performer that's coming out, and it helps also too that she has like a singing voice, so she's able to like give different tones. So I'm so happy that we have her, because she does a hell of a job when it comes to announcing, different wrestlers and different moments and events or whatever. But give that lady a tea sponsorship and honey, because I know she needs it at the end of every show. But that's gonna do it for this reaction, y'all. Make sure I leave some likes and comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I will see y'all in the next one. Toodles.